Well, just look at those sums those Kremlings have done. Disgraceful. Alright. Oh, and saving your game is free every world. I forgot to mention that. So that's a plus at the very least. And we've already got 22%. We're almost a quarter of the way through the game already. Also, saving your game is only 1 coin in the Japanese version. So you know how they made the first game a lot easier in Japan? They didn't. So there's actually a bigger difficulty gap between 1 and 2 in Japan. To make your snake bunny jump in midair, isn't that how it is for every character? That's how it was in the first game. I need to actually make sure the super jump still works. Okay, yes, thank you. Running while rope climbing, holding down the run button in a platformer. Who would have guessed? Collect all 4 of these on a level to earn an extra life. That's useful, I guess, if you haven't played the first game, you know. Be careful now, Kongs. Alright, thank you, Grandma. If Diddy is Donkey's nephew, then so are Cranky and Wrinkly Diddy's great-grandparents? I've not thought about that until just now, and now I'm kind of upset. Okay, Red Hot Ride. This is another good hot lava level. It's perfect because it's really hot in my room right now. And I like to match the temperature of the game. The yellow clobbers are not good at all because they will take your banana. They will knock your bananas out of you if they bump into you. So you want to take those guys out as quickly as possible. And I guess we'll ignore that guy. We have no way to kill him anyway because I threw the way to kill him off a cliff. I already let you listen to this song. What am I doing? Oh, oh, oh. Alright, here we go. Now, you know what they would have done in Donkey Kong Country 1, right? Put something right here. But no. It feels weird. It makes me feel nostalgic for the first game. A lot of critics complained that the sequel was too similar to the original. But they apparently didn't play both games enough times because they're plenty different. I mean, in a lot of ways. Just so much of the stuff from the first game is gone, and that's oftentimes for the better. Like, Espresso is gone. I already said Wrinkly was gone, but Espresso was never my favorite to use, mainly because he just ran away from enemies. And a lot of the fancy stuff for completion you had to do with Espresso was obnoxious, so forgive me if I was not a big fan. Winky was fine. I mean, the whole thing with Winky is how high he jumped, and he's just been replaced by the better Rattly. And all of the animal friends in this game are really good. So much better than the selection we had in the first game. But in any case, here we go! Don't forget about the supercharge abilities. Use them whenever it looks like, you know, you're supposed to use an animal friend for something in a level. Flitters make the most satisfying but sad sound when they die. Oh, I just remembered I still have a folder with all the sound effects for the DKC trilogy for editing the videos. I'm glad I saved that from the first game. I can't believe it was, God, April? Yeah, it was, oh, I finished recording, oops. Well, I guess we got to show that off. I don't know why I even went back here. Come on, Jason. I finished recording DKC 1 on April 1st, and it is September 8th today. God, that feels so weird. I feel old. Time flies now. I hate it. Anyway, I guess we're done talking about Dixie. We can talk about some pre-release elements of the game. On the subject of Dixie and her awesome helicopter spin, originally, abilities were going to be unlocked by defeating bosses, except for secret upgrades to abilities, like, for example, the ability to initiate a helicopter spin or cartwheel. Well, you can already do that with the helicopter spin, but, like, you can initiate a cartwheel in midair, which is something that's not in the final game, by finding the secret upgrade somewhere, you know, outside of the required path, which is really cool. I don't know why we had to break the star barrel again. That's weird. Wait, are we supposed to have Rambi by this point? Why do we not have Rambi? Maybe there's a no animal sign. There probably was that I'm just forgetting about. Oh, this game is a lot more heavily structured than the last game, which feels weird. Like, you could do a lot of different stuff with the last game, but this game, I feel like you can't pull off too many weird things, like bringing a certain animal buddy to a certain point in the level or something like that. I don't know. Just a minor difference. We're carrying both of them? Oh, well, not anymore. That was fun while it lasted, though. Alright, alright. This one's kind of tough. Whew. And use our team up here. There we go. Make sure you do straight up and then press A to get out of it. I normally do it at an angle while we're on safe ground so that I don't have to press A again and waste more time to, you know, split up Diddy and Dixie there. Oh, but one of the unused moves, I just remembered, I didn't even have to look at my notes for this one, is the somersault bomb, where they do a somersault in midair, kind of like how DK jumps, and then... What was that? Okay, sometimes you'll be standing perfectly still, I feel like, and just fly off if you accidentally press the Y button. Like, that's something that is not my favorite about this game. The controls feel so weird at times. I feel like that's just me. Maybe I'm just bad at the game, but they're definitely not as intuitive as Mario controls. If ever so slightly. They're not bad or anything. It's not even enough to complain about. Just worth mentioning, I guess. Just for weird instances like that. I wasn't even touching the control pad. I mean, maybe I had momentum built up, but it didn't feel like that much. But that barely happens. Rarely happens, so. Haha, rarely. Oh, the company's name. Somersault bomb, that's right. Okay, the somersault bomb would have slammed down into enemies, would have probably revealed things in the ground, which is no longer a mechanic. If you'll remember in the first game, you had to jump from high places to land on stuff and like reveal a barrel or a tire or something. That is not in this game. But also, let's talk about working titles for the game. I'm assuming these are all subtitles. I'm sure they were going to go with DKC 2 the whole time. Come on. Oh my god. Really? 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 We made it this far? Well, I'm going to come back now. So, working titles for the game include DK Rescue, which I'm kind of surprised they didn't go with because that seems like a very sequel-y name. I guess it was very childish. In a sense, I don't know. It feels very childish. Feels like they would have made some choose-your-own-adventure book out of it. There's also Diddy's Day Out, which is my personal favorite. We've also got Diddy's Wild Country, Diddy's Wild Frontier, and, Diddy Kong's Quest. Of course, I wrote in my notes Diddy King's Quest, but that is not accurate information. That's fake news. There were also rumors. I saw sources for years talking about this, but then I saw a source that debunked it, but then I saw more sources that said it's probably true. That there was going to be a Virtual Boy port of this game, which would have been really cool and would have actually given the Virtual Boy 2 really good games. But alas, it did not happen, and I'm not certain. I should have done more research into it, whether it was going to happen, but, you know, I guess by the time they would have had it close to finished, because, you know, they had a lot going on already making this game. I feel like they would have had more done with the Virtual Boy port by now. Or maybe they were waiting for the Virtual Boy to get better. I honestly have no idea. We can just assume it was never going to happen and be on our way. But hopefully a build of that surfaces one day that's like almost done. That would be so amazing. Did you notice in DKC that my tune sounded like the title tune? How dare they? I'm worth 2 different tunes at least. I was hoping for more frames this time, but no! Don't let old Cranky do anything. Just give him some third-rate stand frames. I hate being stuck in this shabby barrel. I want to sit outside like last time. I've never seen any of these somehow. Oh no, I missed one! Gaze in awe as you appreciate my knowledge! Alright, well, we're gonna pretty much ignore these. Some of these aren't actual, like, they're just bananas and stuff. They're still secrets, but they're not completion secrets. And yeah. There's not much of a point to Cranky if you complete levels as you go. It should be real easy for you now. To have Cranky at the end of a world. But that's okay. I believe this is the final level in the world. Sorry, I keep getting calls, but I'm ignoring them. I've learned my lesson from previous playthroughs. I'm finally going to let you listen in a moment to Mining Melancholy. I'm doing so horribly this time around. Let's try that again. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, one of the best songs ever, Mining Melancholy. Oh, you didn't even get to the full song, but oh well. We'll listen to it plenty throughout the game. Oh, it's so good. It's genius. Wait, what am I doing? I know which one it is. But the whole... The pickaxes being the percussion... Wait, what? Hold on. Oh god, maybe it's this one. No, not that one, not that one. It's this one. Yes, okay. Oh, that was close. So as I previously mentioned, I recorded 3 hours of this game the other night that I thought too unusable because I was too tired and my gameplay and commentary were bad. But my gameplay's even worse today. My commentary's much better, but jeez. Okay, what else do we have for content to discuss on the game? This was announced at E3 1995, the very first E3, making this one of the first games to ever be announced at E3. And I mean, hey, if there's any good game that's going to do it, that's going to take the plunge and be the first game to be announced at E3, this is it. This is a worthy candidate. This is one of the greatest games of all time. I mean, I thought it was a little overrated the first time I played, but the more you play, the more you appreciate, I feel like. If anything, just for the visuals, the music, and you know, I know that's a plus, but... And not, like, shouldn't be what the game is rated upon, obviously, because it's a game. The gameplay is the main thing. But, I mean, it does help it stand out. Platformers were a dime a dozen in 1995, and a lot of people did think the Donkey Kong Country wasn't even that great of a game. It was just fun to look at and fun to listen to. And I get that, I guess. I mean, I don't. It's just... Sure, it's not Mario, but it sure as fuck is better than Sonic. And Sonic's fine. It's not really a dig at Sonic. It's just, this is so good. They're so good at hiding secrets. Even if you don't go for completion, the levels are fun. The level gimmicks, which they're geniuses with, and even the bonus levels, you know, follow the level gimmicks, which is really cool. This is Squawks. You may remember him from the first game. Now, instead of just holding a flashlight and being obnoxious and useless, he spits nuts, carries you around. He is amazing, and I love Squawks. He is probably my favorite animal buddy in this game. I don't know, I really like On Guard. Squawks is my favorite to use, but On Guard has always been my favorite because I associate him with aquatic ambience and the beautiful water backgrounds, seeing them for the first time in my childhood. Oh, also, I keep trying to bring this up, but keep forgetting. If this doesn't look as sharp as my DKC1 playthrough, that's because I'm not playing this like I was the first game. That was on the SNES Classic, and this isn't. I'm playing this on an actual cartridge. Pardon part of the reason being is so I won't be tempted to cheat. I cheated once in a very minor way and admitted it in the video in DKC1. It was just to shave like a minute or two of my time so I didn't get grumpy. And I know I shouldn't have done it, but it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't anything huge. But I'm not going to cheat this time, mainly because I can't. So I've really got to stop doing that. I've never beaten the game without cheating. I save stated very frequently towards the end. The first time I played this game, and... Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Earlier when I said there's not a counter, I don't think this is a destroy them all. There is an enemy counter in the corner in destroy them all bonus areas in the remake. That's what I'm thinking of, because I'm actually playing through the remake right now, which is a complete coincidence, because I wasn't even thinking of the fact I was about to let's play the game when I started it. Come on. Right at the end of the level. Oh, well, that's okay. This is fun. We get to hear Mining Melancholy and use squawks, so I'm not going to complain. I love squawks so much. No, let's keep talking. We got this. We're going to have a great discussion, you and I. If I could remember what we were talking about. Oh, yeah, I played this I started it at Galen's house, my friend Galen, who has been in so many of my videos, and we have our own channel separately called Cheesy Delicious. And we'll play these games on there one day. And I won't spit out facts constantly instead of just relaxing and telling you my, I don't know, whatever's going on in my life, instead of just saying, here's this obscure, neat fact that's not really that interesting about Donkey Kong Country. But I did get some high praise on my first Let's Play, and I'm pretty proud of it. It's pretty good. I'm a big fan of it, at least. I would have enjoyed watching it if somebody else had uploaded it. That's my standard. I don't care if other people would have enjoyed it, but if I enjoy it, that's like would have enjoyed it if somebody else made it. That's my gold standard right there. Why did I do this again? We're not going here. It's weird. This is so easy to miss because it locks the screen. Like, it makes no sense. I get why they did it, but still, I feel like it, I don't know, a little weird. And they want you to, like, time it and dodge the cannonballs. With a K, by the way. But you can just go up and kill them through the floor. Because of the arc of the nut. That sounded even grosser than I thought. Well, not gross, but, like, inappropriate for children's ears. So I'm sorry for all you children out there who will get in trouble by their parents for listening to me talk about the nut. No, don't go back. What are you doing? Here we go. Cleaver's killing the boss fight. Oh, and the first time I played this, the original version of the game, it was last year? Yeah, it was toward the end of last year when I first got my Switch OLED and I was playing through all the games on there. That was supposed to be my practice playthrough, but all my save data got lost during World 4. So I have never played the original version of the game past World 4. But my second playthrough of the game was a complete playthrough of the GBA version. So there's that. Don't throw while he's shooting the fire because the fire will knock out the cannonball. And also, this is Cleaver. He has a lava hand, and I want to know whose hand it is. I don't care about the sword. For some reason, last time I played this, not for recording, but there we go, yes. That's why playing as Dixie is a good idea here. And you can also do that. I died like 20 times to this boss. I remember, it was my first time playing the original version, like I was just saying, on my OLED. I was in the waiting room, waiting on my wife to get done with her doctor's appointment in town, and my God, I struggled at this boss fight. And he has one of the most graphic deaths. I know he's just a sword, but Jesus, I feel sorry for him. Oh, Dixie is so cool. Well, guys, appreciate this water, because this is pretty good for the SNES. Look at that. Look at that animation. Very nice. The next time, we're going to get into the swamp levels in Crimquay. I am very sorry about that. I love you guys. 50 minutes? That took me 50 minutes? 10 extra minutes from when I was exhausted from being up for like 20 hours. Come on. I'm LP Master Sigs.